What do you mean? It's not raining.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so it is.
Yo, what's going on, guys? A&M Anime here. It's your boy Alex. It's Friday. You already know what it's hitting for. That good Marvel goodness. Oh, baby. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell. Come back again. Go check out the other Wanda reviews, because this is, unfortunately, our last one. Listen, this series has been a treasure, has been a treat. I've cried twice, not afraid to admit it, twice. And just all around the cast, like Wanda and Vision, I haven't been the biggest fan of throughout the MCU. But this show right here gave them character, it gave them comedic moments, attached me to them emotionally, and Marvel not missing right now for me. The last couple Marvel things have been amazing, and Wandavision is no exception. So, getting into it, big battle, as we do, Marvel Climax, you know what it's hitting for. Wanda versus Agatha, Vision versus Vision. You got Monica versus Pietro, which was comedic gold, by the way. And in a comedy route, Darcy kind of versus the sword guy, because she took him out with a car. But honestly, I like what they did here. Probably one of the most iconic transformations into like the actual superhero in the MCU for me. Like, Wanda turning into Scarlet Witch this episode was absolutely done amazing. You would never think this was a TV show. Like, this was straight movie quality for sure. Vision. Listen, that entire sequence of Vision versus Vision is a 10 out of 10. It was like watching two high IQ guys just go at it, which they are. So, just throwing all these intellectual words at each other, concepts, and at one point where they're in a library and they're discussing what's going on, and Vision is getting the other Vision up to date, which, by the way, where did he go? Like, was the information too much for him, so he needed to dip to go figure out, like, who he was? Is that what happened? Because he said, "I'm Vision," and then he dipped. So I was thinking, like, by the end of the episode, he would be back, but he never showed up. Like, I thought he was going to show up to help at one point, or maybe he'd show up in front of Wanda, but no. Then come back, man. Agatha, that was a great cast for that role. Like, she played that beautifully. As far as an antagonist goes, like, she's unfortunately now trapped in Westview Hex, playing her role as the nosy neighbor, which is amazing. I love that as a climax for her. Like, and then just the battles all around, like, great special effects, great choreography, everything was great as far as the battles went. Like, you would never expect this for a TV show budget, and it was just amazing to see. So, and then we get to my emotional crying moments, which was the entire like last 5 minutes of this episode was Wanda's last stage of grief, with acceptance, basically. And man, heard to talk about it. I made like 20 theories in my head about how these kids could stick around. So for me, it hurt a little bit. Like, you know how fans make their head canon. It was one of those things where I was like, dang, I wanted these kids around, and she's saying goodbye, she's saying thank you for being a mom, and I'm just like, oh, no, stay. So unfortunately, because they were made from the Hex, inside the Hex, when the Hex is gone, they can't exist. So that one hurt. That one hurt like a little bit. Alright, it hurt a lot. I like these kids. Like, when were they introduced? Like episode 4, 5, and right off the bat, attachment just played the role well. I'm expecting something with these kids to come back. So, and we'll get to that. But just that scene, her saying goodbye to Vision. There's the Vision speech, who always gives a good emotional speech. Man, he blows it out of the water every single time. So, yeah, the entire scene was just 10 out of 10 for me, for sure. Choked up talking about it. Monica. So we get 2 after credit scenes, and Monica meets one of the Kree, who basically, I'm assuming Monica is going up to space, and she has some type of connection with Captain Marvel. So I'm going to make the assumption that she's going to be in Captain Marvel too. Like, I don't pay attention to like who's cast for what movies because I don't like that stuff spoiled. So just going off here, I assume because she has some connection to Carol, so that'll be where she probably gets some more control of her powers. I want to see what's going on there. Like, Hayward shot at her at one point and the bullets went straight through her. Like, they phased through, dropped back down. So she seems to have like a good scope of power. So I want to see what that's all about with her. Then our next extra credit scene, nice little callback to Doctor Strange. And speaking of callbacks, there was a couple in this episode. Like, at one point Agatha was like under a car and only her feet were showing. So nice little Wizard of Oz reference. And then you got Billy, I can't remember it. I don't know, Tommy. Tommy's the one with the speed powers. Tommy went and messed with all the soldiers in super speed, and then he came back up with some glasses and a hat. So that was a good, nice little reference from that X-Men scene. So nice little references there. Nice little cute things here and there. But yeah, Wanda's off in her own little house in the forest, it looks like, out in the wilderness, and she's doing the same Doctor Strange projection thing. And while she's doing it, mind you, she's up like making coffee, so she's like leaps and bounds ahead of Strange at this point. She's making coffee with her real body and still doing the projection thing. So 10 out of 10, strongest Avenger. So it ends off with the kids calling to her, which I assume they're in another dimension, right? Because we got Doctor Strange coming up, we got all these powers, we got all this magic now, and he didn't show up for any of this, by the way. I was a little disappointed about that throughout this entire show, he didn't show up for like any shenanigans, because at some point he should have, like, they dare to protect the world from that type of stuff. So all that magic off the chart, yeah, I feel like he should have popped up at one point, but it is what it is. They're saving it for his movie, and I'm sure Wanda at some point, cameo, team up, whatever, whether we get like just a small cameo where it was Thor and Ragnarok, or harkening back again to Thor Ragnarok, we just get a Doctor Strange and Wanda type thing with Thor and Hulk. So who knows? I'm excited. MCU got me super excited. We got a 2-week wait, and then we right back on it, guys, with Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier. Super excited for that one. More action heavy, so kind of expect things to go as you expect them, but still excited. That's what I got for you guys. Series overall, 10 out of 10 for sure. Episode, 10 out of 10. Love Wanda, love Vision, love the kids. Please come back. And that's what I got for you guys, man. I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know your theories. No spoilers for people like that read comments and stalk all the cast pages and all that. I don't want all that. So, thank you guys. Come back again. You already know how we coming up. Thank you guys for watching.